welcome to the No Format Required podcast, the only podcast where we've just recorded an episode of us moving a wardrobe and then realised that Charlie's mic wasn't on the right setting. So that was a wasted half an hour episode, but here we are back again. We also was talking for about 10 minutes and we're like, this is gold. We need to actually, why aren't we recording?
I purposely come round to record a podcast about and we've sat here talking without microphones on.
Yeah. I think it's Lego Batman, where he lays down like a sick beat or something. And he's like, Alfred, did you get that? And he goes, no. It's like, what have I always told you? Always be recording. And that's what we should. We should have like hidden mics in our houses so they just catches the the candid moments.
Yeah, it's like 12, 13 hours worth of pure utter shit, but then there's like 5 minutes of pure comedy gold.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
I think if you just recorded the moments in here, it'd be, like you say, about 13 hours of me making ridiculous puns and Lauren just sighing, and then she makes one and laughs her head off for about 2 hours of it. Because apparently she's allowed to make puns, but if I do it, absolutely not.
Oh dear. It's been a while since we've recorded an episode, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I failed this week. Because I recorded an episode last week. I don't know if you've looked at it or anything, but I did. I started the Bad Movies Club with workmates, and I recorded an episode on The Pope's Exorcist. With Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I thought. Well, okay, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I watched it on.
I gave it 8 out of 10.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I watched it on the plane, and I find like watching a film on a plane to watching a film like in your house or cinema is two different experiences.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact it was a horror as well. Like, it just didn't. It was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was.
I don't think it was that scary.
Well, I'd say if I had to put it in a category, horror.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah.
But I found like I wasn't as scared as much, but I think that was just more because I was like surrounded by 30 other. Well, obviously there's a lot more people on the plane. But you know what I mean? When you're on a plane and it's daylight and people are walking past you, going to like it's not the same as like watching your house with the curtains drawn and
probably like as I discussed on last week's episode, but some people might not listen to it because it was a solo episode. Might not just hearing me talking to myself. But did Russell Crowe's squeaky Italian, like Helium Mario voice not getting your nerves? He did the same accent as he did when he played Zeus in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh god, yeah, he was Zeus in that one.
So
too.
Greek and Italian sound the same in his eyes.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like him in when he's in Gladiator and in Master and Commander. He's exactly the same. At least he doesn't do an Italian accent in that, does he?
No, that's very.
And he's actually Italian.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Then we were discussing.
Charlie told me he watched Shadow in the Cloud, is it?
Yeah, Shadow in the Cloud.
Shadow in the Cloud with Chloe Mortiz Grace. I think it's her name, or Grace. I don't know. I always get confused when like Joseph Levitt Gordon, is it? Or Gordon
like
Levitt. I never know which
way around it is. Yeah, double barrel.
But yeah, if you've not watched it, it's on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
But also great at the same time.
It was, yeah.
We'll say now, spoiler alert for those who haven't watched it, but also don't worry too much if you do get spoilers.
No. No.
it's not one of these epic Hollywood blockbusters. But yeah.
When I watched it, because obviously, you'd recommended it.
I recommended it loosely. In terms of it's so bad, it deserves to be witnessed.
And it was like a World War II. Well, it was set in World War II, and I normally like them sort of films.
It starts off with a really intriguing plot. Like Chloe Mortiz Grace's character has like a package, doesn't she? And she says she needs to get on the plane with these people, and she's been given orders from like someone.
Yeah,
you've seen it more recently. I saw it about a year ago.
To deliver this package.
Deliver this package, and eventually they let her on there, but then kick her into
the ball turret. Underneath, it's like a bomber, isn't it? That they're on.
And does she still have the back package with her?
No, she gives it to another bloke.
But they don't open it.
Yeah. So he says he'll look after it. But yeah, then obviously you start seeing things, don't you, of this whatever creature thing that's on the plane.
Yeah, a creature seems to be on the plane, but...
See, I thought it was going to be related to that. I thought she knew about this creature at the beginning, and this package was something to do with that. Or it did have like the creature in it or something.
By the way, when she's in the turret, she's literally in there for about half an hour.
Yeah, that's constantly just her.
And it's just her. Like, with voices in the headset. It's I get the feeling it was filmed during COVID.
Yeah.
Because it literally is just her isolated in this turret talking for ages. And then suddenly they get attacked by Germans.
Japanese.
There you go. I knew it was the enemy.
Yeah.
Just said the enemy. They get attacked by the enemy.
Yeah.
And she's down in the turret, luckily, so she's able to help out.
Yeah.
And then how does she... Because the package ends up outside the plane.
Yes, she's trying to get out of the ball turret, then she can't. It gets stuck or something. Then this creature thing, I think, rips the ball turret off, so she's there hanging on.
At this point, do we know what the creature is?
Yeah, it's like
So gremlins are attacking the ship.
Is it a gremlin? I thought it was some sort of bat.
I thought it was like a gremlin in terms of...
Oh yeah, because they have that thing at the beginning, don't they? That little old cartoon thing they show right at the beginning of it, saying about gremlins on the plane.
Yeah, because it's about like, that's what they blamed for things going wrong, the gremlins.
Yeah. Because the gremlins, they're like on the wing just pulling stuff out the engine and things.
By the way, I used quotation marks for the gremlins because I don't think they were actually saying that gremlins were real at this point. It was just saying that something goes wrong with the plane, they refer to it as a gremlin.
Yeah. And then the ball turret comes off. I don't know how the package... I don't know how the gremlin thing seems to be after that package.
Yeah.
And she might... Yeah, and then, I mean, there's a point where it's like... The package is like hanging... At this point, you know it's her baby.
Outside the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Inside the package is a baby.
It's hers and one of the other blokes on the planes. And then, it's hanging outside. Like
the listeners must be thinking, what the fuck is this?
You know what? just go and watch it. It's just... I mean, it's not very long. It's about an hour and a half, isn't it?
And it's a film that has 3 different genres in it. It basically has this... It could have been a film with this like romantic subplot with this woman trying to reunite her baby with the dad.
Yeah.
Who didn't know that he had a child. It could have been this World War II epic, like literally, because it was literally in the sky pretty much the whole film.
Yeah.
And then it also has this weird random fantasy element with gremlins attacking the plane.
Yeah.
It couldn't decide which one of those 3 it wanted to be.
No, it couldn't.
But there's my favourite moments in it. Just if you search Shadow in the Cloud explosion or plane or something along those lines. Did I show you this clip which made you watch it?
No, I've not. You're not showing me a clip.
She basically is crawling with the package along the bottom of the plane. Clearly, it's upright and I've just flipped the image.
Yeah.
Climbing along the bottom of the plane, gets to like some area where she's able to chuck the package in. She's about to like go in herself, but then she slips and she's just dangling by like a bracelet. And suddenly the bracelet breaks and she's falling to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly a plane below her explodes.
Yeah.
And because of the ricochet from that, she's then shot back into her plane and lands safely.
I thought
that's the most insane moment.
Yeah, that's more ridiculous than the gremlin climbing on there. I'd be more believable that there was a gremlin outside than that.
When I recommend a film to people, that's the clip I show people.
Yeah.
Because it's just so batshit crazy. And then they end up crashing the plane, don't they? And then she has a random boxing match with one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not a boxing match, but it's like a beat 'em up, like boxing
Yeah, she goes
style.
and kills the gremlin and then comes back and then just starts breastfeeding the baby and then the film ends.
Yes. On what I assume is Gremlin Island as well.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. To be honest, I was half expecting Godzilla to appear at the end of that.
Oh, it's so surreal. I don't know how it got made, who came up with the idea, but at the same time, loved it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Have you seen the new trailer for Godzilla and Kong?
I haven't, because I also haven't watched the new Godzillas.
Have you not?
No, I watched Skull Island, King Kong Skull Island. Really enjoyed that. But I've not watched any of the Godzillas.
Have you not?
No.
How come?
I don't know. I just never got round to it, I don't think.
Oh, I recommend starting, because then we've just finished watching
the TV show on Apple.
Yeah, Monarch, which is really, really good.
Is it Kurt Russell?
Yeah, really, really good. And his son plays him younger in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they skip basically from modern time to, well, I say modern time, I think it's 2015, I think it's set. But then they go back in time to the 1950s, I think, and it's Kurt Russell's son that plays him as a younger him. And to be fair, I mean...
Wyatt Russell looks a lot like Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah, he really does.
I know Russell Crowe.
Kurt Russell. Because I was watching it, I was like, where do I recognise him from? And he's in the Captain America TV series.
He played the new Captain America.
Yeah, before the Falcon. No.
Yeah, Falcon
takes over. But yeah, I'd recommend, like I say, starting from the beginning of I think it's called Godzilla. Then I think it's Skull Island.
No, Skull Island's set in the 70s, so that one came first.
Oh yes, but I suppose if you're watching it in order, the first one, then it's all the
Godzilla
Godzilla ones.
Is there 2 Godzilla films, and then Godzilla versus Kong?
Yeah, and then this will be the 4th, I suppose, Godzilla film. I really like them, but they've also released there's a Japanese one that's been released as well.
Godzilla -1 or something.
Yeah, which I did. I mean, to be fair, it looks Like the graphics and things look pretty good. Obviously, I know it's
Apparently, it's
originally.
like the highest rated Godzilla film of all time. That one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because I think you look at some of the old. Like I watched a clip on YouTube, and it was like Godzilla through the years, and it was just showed you all the.
I
different,
think it's
the 19
maybe 1930s. I've watched the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just clearly just a man in a suit.
Yeah,
Well, it is
yeah.
a man in a suit. At the end of the day, they didn't have a budget until
No.
for years for that. So yeah,
But yeah, it was good. But yeah, I'd recommend that.
there's lots of trailers released recently.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
The Deadpool trailer.
Yeah, I've watched that. He doesn't actually appear in it though, does he?
No, he
Wolverine
doesn't, but-
in the trailer.
And there's a lot of rumors. You know that you see the image of Wolverine from behind.
Hmm.
That is a variant of Wolverine called Patch.
Oh,
So
okay.
he like wears a disguise basically, and he has an eye patch.
Uh,
But it's Wolverine, but it's not the Wolverine we've seen in the X-Men movies.
yeah.
We assume, like people are making assumptions. But there's been a lot of rumors that Daniel Radcliffe has been cast as Wolverine.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't know.
And Taron Egerton as the other one that people are rumored. So people are wondering if that variant's going to be one of them.
Yeah, because it's the TVA, isn't it,
Yeah.
from Loki?
Loki.
Yeah. So I wonder, is he going to appear in it?
Who, Loki?
Yeah.
No, 'cause I've not watched the season 2, but I know how it ends, and it doesn't seem like Loki's going to return. He's not dead or anything, but
No, where he becomes like the sort of
like
master.
God, yeah.
Yeah, of time, doesn't
Or he's
he?
a god, but yeah.
Yeah, like now the god of time instead of the god of
Yeah.
mischief.
He
So
might appear in the end. I think they're going to bring back a lot of characters. Like we saw Pyro in the trailer. He was like big. X-Men 2, was it?
yeah.
He was big in.
But in the trailer, he talks. I mean, he's obviously making comment about like he mentioned about Marvel a few times, but then they show him clips from like
the Avengers.
So
Yeah,
is that a different universe to what he's in?
we'll see.
And like, is he gonna be brought into?
Oh yeah, I think he's in the Fox universe per se.
Oh, is
So he's
he?
going to be brought over into this universe.
Oh, okay.
Because I do like that the TVA got involved because he went back in time, didn't he, and saved various people's lives in the end of Deadpool 2.
Oh, with
His
yeah,
girlfriend died and he saved her.
yeah, that's
and then
true.
like that guy who got I can't remember his name.
He travels from the future, doesn't he? It's what's his name? The actor that plays him, Thingy Brolin, Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah, Cable, yeah.
Yeah, he comes back.
He was not in the trailer actually. I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, unless he's I don't know, unless he's not in it.
Maybe I'd be surprised, wouldn't I? But
Yeah, it's obviously because of the Super Bowl recently. And that's when a lot of TV and film trailers.
Not as many as I thought, but yeah.
I didn't think there was that many. I'm trying to think one other.
There was War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
Was it
yeah.
War of the Planet of the Apes or
Yeah, I've not seen that
a
one
new
yet.
Planet of the Apes film. I've
Yeah,
still
yeah.
not watched the third one.
Have you not?
No, and I don't know why, because I really, really, really like. I have a theory in my mind where I don't like things to end. I've watched every episode of She-Hulk apart from the last episode.
Oh, okay.
Every episode of Miss Marvel apart from the last episode. Apparently, I'm justified in this one, but I didn't watch the final series of How I Met Your Mother or How I Met Your Father. Like, it had a mid-season break and then came back and then got cancelled. And I think because of that, I just refused to watch the final few episodes.
Oh, fair enough.
It's like if I don't watch the ending, it doesn't finish. It's still going on in my mind.
But you can always rewatch it and then.
Stop being making justifiable reasoning. But yeah, I never watched the final Planet of the Apes, whatever that one was called. But the new trailer looks pretty cool because it's set quite a few years in the future by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's like about Caesar, isn't it? Or who they call?
No, Caesar it's a new guy, and this one, Caesar's long gone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's set like.
Many, many years in the
Oh,
future.
okay. Oh, I thought it was Caesar again.
No.
Yeah, because I suppose Caesar's the first one, isn't he?
Yeah. He's in the
develops-
first three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the first one. It's got what's his name, Tom Felton plays Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter.
Yes, it does, doesn't
He's like one of the lab assistants that like treats them quite cruel, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was James Franco, Tom Felton, and what's his name? Can't think what the actor's called
Bryan
now. Graduate from
Cranston
the
in
Sun.
it. Bryan Cranston in it.
No.
Oh,
It's the guy from Third Rock from the Sun, John Lithgow.
okay.
He's in it. Because he's playing the dad who has dementia, I think. Alzheimer's, that's it. Alzheimer's. And that's what they're trying to find a cure for.
Yeah. And I was looking through films the other day, and there was a film I've not seen in years with Owen Farrell. Is it Owen? No, Owen Farrell. No, not Owen Farrell.
Well,
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen.
Children of Men.
Never watched it.
Have you
It's
not?
about like the last child
Yeah, they kind
been
of.
born and they have to protect it.
Yeah, because like basically, people couldn't. Kind of, to be honest,
Yeah, people couldn't conceive, but that random baby did.
Yeah, it's a bit like, similar to. Have you ever watched *Handmaid's Tale*?
No.
That's very set in a similar sort of thing. America's like basically gone into civil war, and they've created this state that's like very religious, and like women are second-class citizens and things. But again, the birth rates really drop, so people are having children, but not as many women are struggling to conceive. So in this, like any woman that can conceive in this, I forgot what they call the country now. But it's effectively majority of America is part of it, but then there's like Texas is its own country and stuff. And they basically any woman that can conceive becomes a handmaid. So basically lives with this rich family, and then they have a ceremony every sort of week where the man of the house will basically have sex with her and have the baby. It's like a bit like a cult thing, but and one of them's like they're trying to escape.
I've heard good things about.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I'd really recommend it.
Yeah.
Like so Lauren was watching it, and I was like, at first I thought, oh no, it's not for me. I'm not interested. And she was watching, and I watched this episode, and I was like, actually, this looks really good. So I started watching it. We ended up sort of meeting at the same time, so we watched a couple of episodes together. And I was like, oh, I can't bother to wait for Lauren. I want to finish it. So I overtook watching it, and now I finished the series. Lauren's still she's still working out. She's not watched it for months, but she's still got like the last series to watch. And I've like overtook her and watched it.
So Lauren gets annoyed when I do that quite often. When she was pregnant, nowhere near the high quality that I'm aware of that Handmaid's Tale is. But she started rewatching Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, okay.
When she was pregnant, and I sat down and I was like, this isn't as bad as I first thought. But I wasn't as annoyed about it as I thought it would be. And I slowly go into it, but then I'd be annoyed with her if she went ahead and watched the episodes without me, so she had to wait for me to watch it. And she was like, for God's sake.
So I used to watch Grey's Anatomy when it first came out, but they're doing the final series of that. Apparently it's 20 series.
It's still going. Meredith's gone now, though.
Oh, was she? Oh, God, she was so miserable. She was very miserable.
The new cast is actually, I quite like them.
Was it? It's just one of them things, though, and it's like now there's so many TV shows about either police or hospitals. Like, it's just...
There was a really good one, but I stopped watching it. I can't remember why. I think it's because it was on Sky, and then I got rid of Sky. But now I've got the channels back. I should probably actually get back into it, because I know it's coming to its final series. I think it had 6 seasons, or is having 6 seasons. It had Freddie Highmore in. He played a autistic... What was the word for it? A savant. So basically, he had all the autistic traits.
Yeah.
But a savant, basically, incredible memory, can remember all sorts of details and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's called The Good Doctor.
Oh, I've seen it advertised.
I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. He's an English actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that does look... Yeah, because he's really... Isn't he like... How old is he in it?
I'd say about 30.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a bit younger than us.
Oh. Yeah, but I thought he'd be like 18 or something. I thought that's how he was a young doctor.
No, I think he was. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't want to hire him because his people skills were obviously not very good.
Yeah.
But actually, he was one of the best doctors.
Oh, really?
Ever, that's been. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll give that a watch. I was looking at some birthday cards up there. Did somebody get the wrong year?
So actually, that's quite funny. So yeah, for clarity, it was my son's birthday. When was it?
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. For some reason, I thought it was the week afterwards, but we weren't. I've lost track of days because George isn't here.
Okay.
My parents, I've really lost track of days and everything. So on Tuesday was his birthday, but we had this party on Saturday. So this was 2 weeks ago, if you're listening. And basically, we invited one of Lauren's sister's friends who, whenever Lauren's sister looks after George, she quite often meets up with her friends who have kids.
Yeah.
Which is fair. So they came along. I'd not met them before, but Lauren obviously knew them from when she was younger as well. And their kids. But one of them, Becky, she couldn't conceivably... She was like, I swear that they said he was 3. But she couldn't conceivably believe that he wasn't 4 because of how tall and...
Oh, really? He is tall. He is tall.
Because she's got... I'm not going to say who it is, son or daughter. She's got someone basically who is 4 years old this year.
Yeah.
And she was like, he's taller than them. So how... she couldn't conceivably believe that George was a year younger than her kids. So yeah.
To be fair, looking at him... She
apparently sat there for 10 minutes.
Really?
Trying to decide with the cards and plumped through the 4 and then completely got it wrong.
I say from looking at him, he could look like he's 5.
No, he's in 4 to 5 clubs.
Yeah, like he's just tall, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know compared to when he's like an adult, he'll goof you and her will goof Lauren, won't he?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Makes me wonder if like Lauren has got tall genes from her, but
yeah,
she's not had it.
They skipped a generation.
Yeah.
Oh dear. What did you do for his birthday?
We went to actually a lot of fun. We went to this place in Northampton called the Riverside Hub.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you some pictures, but also describe it because it's on the podcast. How many minutes we recorded for? 21. I'm going to keep saying how they go. Oh no, I think I deleted the photos. Oh no, they'll be on here. It's fine. Yeah, the Riverside Hub is basically this huge, and I genuinely mean huge, soft play park.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've got any pictures of the size of it, but like they've got all sorts. So I firstly went into this under 5s bit. There was like diggers there.
Oh, okay.
There was literally, so there's a wall with foam bricks all the way along here that you could put the bricks into and build up a wall.
Oh wow!
Behind there is, do you remember those things like pins and you put your hands into them? And it, imprints? I don't know what it's not. But obviously it's not with pins; it's with plastic like pins. But a giant full-size one that you put your whole body against.
Oh wow!
Which was really quite fun. Giant ball pit
that
had all sorts of things that actually put the balls into these vacuums up and does all sorts of weird things. That's just part of the soft play. Then there was a slide that me and George went down. So that was fun.
I've got
this. Oh no, not that. So carousel. There was a go-karting, rock climbing, laser tag.
Oh wow!
This is one of my favourite parts. I get to this one. Yeah, a foam party.
Oh wow!
For the kids.
That's pretty cool.
So that was fun.
Oh, that was really good. There.
It's actually a really.
I'd like to go there as an adult. Never mind
really
as a child.
Cool. Oh yeah, and then like I said, with that brick bit, what was it here? So it's like proper construction and everything.
Oh, he's got a hat and high vis on.
Yeah.
Safety first. Oh.
So yeah.
That slide that you showed is going down. I've got my mate sent me a video when his child was younger, and he was going down one with like his son in his lap, and anyway, this kid just appears out of nowhere on the bottom of the slide.
Okay.
So he's shouting like, "We need to move! You need to move because we're going to go." Because it's like one of the ones where it's like a lane, like you're in a lane kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, the kid doesn't move, and obviously he can't stop himself. So he just wipes this kid out. It's like he goes straight into him under his feet, and like he's fine. He doesn't get injured, and you just can hear him in the back of the video going because his wife's filming him going down. She's like trying to say move out the way, but I mean I don't know where the parent of this child was.
I was going to say that's like for me. I've been very heavy on like making sure George doesn't climb up slides. I know it's a lot of fun for kids.
Yeah.
But it's slightly different in the park. But when you say like you go to a soft play, and stuff,
when there's people constantly coming down,
and you can't always see the bottom of the slide.
Yeah, it can be quite dangerous, can't it? But yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, say nobody was hurt or anything, but the video actually, if I can find it, it was funny. But yeah, so I know my sister went to Lincoln University, and she said they had an adult sort of play centre thing that you could do on an evening. I don't know if it was a kids one during the day or if it was purposely just an adult built one.
I'd imagine an purpose built adult one because it'd be
bigger.
Boring,
yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah. But yeah, like you can kind of go and drink and kind of go around it, and they've got ball pits and all stuff like that. But have you ever been to any of the trampoline places?
I went to this place called Planet Bounce in town.
Oh yeah.
I've been to a few different trampoline places. Well, I say a few different. One other. The one in Derby by Pride Park.
Yeah, I've been to that one.
It's quite exhausting after a while.
Yeah.
You do get absolutely exhausted.
I went with Cubs and I'd eaten dinner before, not thinking of what it was going to be like. But it was good because you've got obviously all the trampolines there, but then they had the foam stuff, like you could jump into the foam and things like that.
Which is so weird, like being able to literally jump into this pit.
Yeah, just full of foam.
Well, maybe one day you should come along with me and George to a toddler session, but it'd be fine you coming along.
Yeah.
Planet Bounce is amazing. It's basically a giant bouncy castle.
Oh, okay.
So imagine that.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what it's called. It's that one in O2. No, Oxygen. Is it called Oxygen? The trampoline park.
Oh, the one in Derby.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I want to say Oxygen. But anyway, it's about that sort of size sort of thing.
Yeah.
With literally loads of inflatables. That's what you go around with. It's just a bouncy castle.
Oh, okay.
There was a bit which was almost like that steep.
Yeah.
Like, almost horizontal.
Yeah.
Vertical, sorry. And George just climbed straight up it, like double my height. But I also felt fine if he fell because he was going to literally land onto this
foam bounce.
Foam, like I say, inflatable.
Oh, inflatable, yeah.
But then we got up there and there was a bit where you jumped onto this, it was a cube, an inflatable cube, and you just like did a leap of faith and just jumped onto it.
Oh, okay.
First time round, George made me go first, then I caught him.
Yeah.
Second time round, we did it together.
Yeah.
Third time round, I hadn't even climbed up, and he had already got jumped down.
Oh, really?
Down the bottom.
I know, because when I was watching people jump into the foam thing, and I was like, there's a few people like kids just jumping in straight in. There's a few adults that were like sort of like a bit and then jump in. I was like, well, it's foam down there, but then I actually went up and did it, and I was the same. I was a bit like, I did jump, but I was a bit like, and then jump. It's like, I suppose as a child you don't have that fear.
Oh no, I was talking to two people at work the other day about those what are they called? Not death. They might be called death slides actually, but where it's literally vertical and you go down and it eventually curves down.
Oh, I've seen them at water park. Like I think I've got one of the ones in Dubai, the water park there. It's like you stand in it and then it opens up the floor beneath you and you slide down.
Really? It's not quite like that, but also is like that.
Yeah,
but yeah. They tend to be in soft plays, but they're honestly like I used to go down them as a lot with a kid.
Yeah,
literally where you just fall that straight down.
Mm.
But there's a farm, I can't think what the farm's called, but it's out near West Bridgeford that way. And they've got a giant soft play there. And yeah, I was going to go down with George, and I was like, absolutely not. But he went straight down, no fear whatsoever.
Oh, really?
I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Backed out. Didn't know with two friends as well, and it was exactly the same.
Oh, really? We did. When we went on holiday to Mexico, there was these things called cenotes, which are like underground pools.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bit where you could jump off this thing, and people not like Lauren and my friends that went with, none of them would do it. So I was like, I'll do it. And you go up there, and it's fine as long as you sort of hold your nose and go feet first. It's not painful or anything. You just go straight into the water. It's quite high up. But there's a larger person that went and did it, and you just literally they sort of looked like they sort of went kind of face first, or was it face or back first? I can't remember. But you could just hear this like almighty like crack as they hit, and everyone was like, "Ooh, that's gonna hurt!" Like literally the whole. I mean, it'd hurt anybody if you went face first into it, but oh dear, that was going to be painful.
Yeah, but fun that.
Yeah. So, shall we end this episode?
I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, and we shall see you next week.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.